So I wanted to make a small video update on some of the newer shoes or newer Accels that S is offering for this season. This one being the black, white, turquoise, suede on the toe cap, leather across the toe box here, leather in the mid panel. Then there is also the white red, all leather Accel. Now, the biggest difference, besides the materials made, are the insoles that both of these pairs of shoes started coming with. Non-STI version insoles, you're only going to get these STI insoles with the slims and other, I think, newer pairs of S shoes. I'm not 100% sure because I don't look up every pair of S shoe. I do know that I've had one pair of Accel slims that came with these inside already, and it's not my I mean, if they were given to me, I'd use them, of course. I mean, but it's not my preferred. My preferred is, of course, the Accel, the OG, the big, bulky, short, stubby toe cap, toe box. And I do lace them loosely. That's just how I like it. Boxy shoes that barely touch my feet when I skate. But especially like starting with these new ones here, just a thin, perforated insole with this arch support. My feet have deep arches, so I mean, I felt the difference immediately. And I suppose these are removable. You could probably rip them right out and you'll just have the world's floppiest, insignificant insole. I do use a pair of these energy insoles with my Brown and Gum Accels. I could tell a difference when it comes to how my foot is supported and the energy return, I guess, is how S would advertise it as. I do feel that impacts on my feet are less severe. I don't feel them quite as much if I'm trying to jump down something. But it's, depending on the size of the gap, it's not going to make all that much of a difference. And yeah, the energy insoles do, they pound in and become flattened out where the key impact spots of your feet are going to be a constant all the time. But I just wanted to point out newer models, including the penny shoes, will be black, have a red S logo on them, and they have a very thin arch support to them. Now here's a pair of Accel OGs from last year, which are my favorite ones to walk around in. And they do have the old, even though they say STI on them, the old flattened, glued in, insignificant insole. And I know all this can be kind of confusing to some people if you don't know the difference between all of these, or if you're checking the website and they may not be too specific. This is what their STI energy insole is. This is what will come with the Accel Slim. It is a lot more dense, especially in the heel area. I can't even pinch them together, finger to finger. It is a very dense insole, even down to the toe where you can see it gets very thin. Like I said, on my Brown and Gum, I noticed the difference. definitely a lot more safe to the foot, like a lot more spring back. Even when you're walking, I can feel the cushion. For $22 or $25 a pop, am I going to put them in every single different shoe that I skate? No. If I really wanted to, I could take them out of the brown ones and put them in whichever ones I'm going to feel like skating at the time. But yeah. So I think these red ones are done. Ass probably won't send them into any more shoes. You will still continue to get the black ones with the arch support. And another thing that I want to do as an upcoming video is compare and contrast equally using for either half a session each, or one day that I skate, I'll use these brand new pair of the black turquoise and white with the suede toe, and then I will use the red white leather shoe. Try to do an equal amount of flip tricks and ollies and all that other stuff that'll put wear into the shoe, and try to point out whether suede will last longer over leather or leather over suede, or does it even make a difference. My early opinion is it's probably not going to make much of a difference. Once the laces start to go, then you just eventually start wearing out through the material of the shoe. Will it make a difference on the ollie area? No, because you'll end up ripping the laces before anything else. And now that nobody will give you an extra pair of laces with their shoes, you kind of have to be resourceful when it comes to, you know, you can either tie the two pieces back together like a lot of people do, or if that bothers you, I guess you can shoe glue or use some super glue on this panel. I mean, I shoe glued lightly my brown gum ones, and I just ripped the lace after a couple of months of using them on and off. I did end up getting CCS laces, and initially when I took them out of the packaging, I was pretty disappointed because they look like they're nowhere near as fat as the Accel laces, and I kind of want just like I just want another pair of Accel laces. Looking at them side by side, it's not that bad. It may be slightly noticeable, but you know, if you don't want to walk around with a ripped up shoelace, you kind of just want to change the color or replace the laces fully. The CCS laces really aren't that bad, I guess, when it comes to a side-by-side thickness comparison. It's not exact. It would do the trick though. So yeah, at some point I'd like to just make a video comparing the wearability, or how these two shoes would wear out against each other. And I guess that's it. Just a new video to put up.